But what can these families get, I guess, for what they've been through these last few years?
Great question. When you think about damages, you really need to think about justice. And I say that because the only type of justice that you receive in a civil case typically is money, right? Justice in a civil case equals money because we can't put anyone behind bars in a civil case. That's for the courts and the prosecutor's office and Department of Justice and all of those agencies. In a civil case like this one, justice equals money, and damages are based off of your illnesses and your harm. And I think it depends on the type of cancer that you have. Did your loved one pass away? If they did pass away, you'd have a claim under a wrongful death statute. That cancer would differ from someone that was living with leukemia for the last 10 years and will likely live with leukemia for the remainder of their life. That also may differ from the child that was born with a heart murmur, which that child will be different from the child that was born without an arm or without a leg, and so on and so forth. And I think the damages component comes down to a couple of things. The first is, what are the medical bills, right? First and foremost, in any civil case, especially ones where it involves injury, what are the medical bills? Have they had multiple procedures? Has this caused the, veteran, spouse, child, what types of therapy or physical therapy or surgeries or surgical intervention have they received? Then you look at sort of the economic and non-economic harm. Has this limited their ability to find a career? Has this limited their ability to, do they have any lost wages? Has it limited their ability to find the love of their life or to continue a relationship with the love of their life? Those are the things, early stages, that you're looking at. This case doesn't allow punitive damages. This type of federal statute under the Camp Lejeune Honoring Our Pact Act, this portion does not allow punitive damages. So you would be filing basically for those economic and non-economic damages. And again, they vary. And again, if you want to think about what a potential claim would look like, think about your medical bills, think about your lost wages, think about the pain and suffering that you've gone through, right? If you've lived on an IV drip dealing with leukemia for 10 years, or you've been going to chemotherapy, those are all factors that would be at issue.
Take off your lawyer hat for a second, because I want to ask you your opinion on something.
Shoot.
Do you think the government has done enough to reimburse, for lack of a better term, these families that have struggled with this?
Well, they haven't done anything yet. So sitting here today, no.
Right.
But are they on the right path?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
You believe so?
And the main reason is, I think that with a lot of these types of claims, we know that these are not isolated incidents. We know that this is a generation of Marine families that have dealt with these issues. And I think that this is the first time that this government cover-up, which is what it was, right? They said I think it was the 70s, that the water had extra minerals in it, but it was good to drink, it was safe to drink. Those were all lies. But I think now with the Honoring Our Pact Act in 2022, it's the government finally giving justice, or giving the ability to fight for justice to those military families, which I do think is in a step in the right direction. And again, I'm not here slamming the government. They got a difficult job. The only thing I'm asking them to do is to take responsibility.
Sure.
And if they mess up, make it right. I think that by passing the Honoring Our Pact Act, we are moving in that right direction. I think that until those families are rightfully compensated, justice has not been